Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to Madden 18 on EA Sports. It's opening week in the NFL, and today we have two teams are more than ready to get the season underway. It's the Steelers going up against the Browns.
Thank you, Larry. From the shores of Lake Erie, EA Sports has coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. To return, it's Cam Sutton, and he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. They'll run it with Bell. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11. They'll go again with Bell. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And this is going to be incomplete.
Trust me, Brandon, I'm not about to try and take your job. I can't do what you do. But that wasn't just 3 and out. That felt like 3 and backwards.
Well, that's exactly what it was. You can have my job whenever you want it. The drive that you're looking for, though, probably going forward. Bad start to the ball game.
Yeah, not the way to get things going.
And that'll skip out of bounds inside the 20 at the 17-yard line. The ground. This is Isaiah Crowell. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Here we go!
After the penalty, it's Crowell. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Again, it's Crowell. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Ohio! Here we go! 38!
third down. Kaiser completes it right side to Britt. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Still leaves them with 4th and short. Any chance you go for it?
It's definitely in the back of my mind. In fact, I've discussed it with my staff all week long, different situations that I may want to go for it. Where's the ball in the field? Do I have confidence in my trigger guy? What am I going to do? I'm also talking about my analytics department. What are the odds? If I don't get it, what's it going to do to me the rest of the game? Personally, I end up taking all that, putting it in my head, and making a decision. And you know me, I'm probably going to go for it.
Wow, you want to make an opening drive statement.
Yes, I do. Once I have the ball and I've got it on the move, I don't want to just give up that easily.
The Steelers making their way out. And you know, Charles, if you believe in linear progression, could be a super season in the Steel City. 4 years ago, they didn't make the playoffs. 3 years ago, they lost in the wild card game. 2 years ago in the division round, and last year in the AFC title game. So if form holds, could be your AFC champions in February.
Wouldn't that be something? What kind of progression is that?
Linear.
Yeah.
But someone told me that. I'm not taking credit for it.
Well, we're going to roll with it, aren't we? Because I agree with you. This
trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
A first down carry now for Crowell. Oh, and now he bowls him over. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down.
Flex round! Flex round! 3 down, 3 down. Let's go! Try it, 38! Flex round! Flex round!
Kaiser to throw it. And this is incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
We've got a 3rd and 11.
Flex round! Flex round! Come on, let's go! Ohio!
From the gun, Kaiser. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
So the defense gets the pick. The offense, Charles, they go backwards, but they do get 3 points.
Very happy to get the 3, but you know who's happier? The defensive team on the other side. They shut them down after the turnover.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. A screen to Bell. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
Nice little nifty play for them there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Now a first down carry by Bell. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
So right now what I'm seeing an offense just firing off the ball a lot quicker than they can react. And not only that, they're sustaining the blocks too. I'm seeing guys get 6-7 yards downfield before there's even a hint of contact.
Hurry up, let's go! All right, now.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And shutting him off, now open field. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. And now it's second down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Here's Roethlisberger. And his throw here's incomplete. Eli Rogers, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Now Ben on third and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The #1 overall pick, Myles Garrett. And that'll bring up fourth down. So there you go. Sack #1 in the career of the #1 pick, Myles Garrett.
Oh, I can't wait to see how he continues to adapt in the NFL. We know he's got speed. We know he's got length. What kind of change-ups and counters is he going to have to deal with those NFL offensive tackles?
Look at the spin.
Balance.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over first and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Corey Coleman, 27 yards. And the Browns add on to their lead.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's second down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
And he better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Second and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Emmanuel Ogbah. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
And absolutely zero surprise that that one was incomplete, huh? I mean, truthfully, how many OCs have we seen with 3rd and 20 on their play sheet and go, oh, I've got the exact play to dial up?
Now, that's just a head scratching down when you're facing a 3rd and 20. Tried to complete it, couldn't get it done. And where did this one go out? Not good. Let's see. They're going to say inside the 35-yard line. Heading out as a Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
Let's go, Ohio! Ohio!
On the counter, it's Crowell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. Career highs in receptions, carries, and total yards last year for Crowell. His total yardage was 952. That was the highest by a Cleveland Brown running back since 2010.
And that sounds impressive, but I think there's much more out there for him. If Cleveland plays even with people, not from behind, he'll get more carries, more touches, and his yardage will go up.
They keep it with Crowell on first. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. 2nd down, Kaiser. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Kaiser from the gun on 3rd. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. And that hits the right upright but goes in anyway. Oh, friendly bounce there that could have gone either way easily, but he gets it to go. And that will stretch the lead to 3 scores now at 19-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Reminder that later tonight we'll see the Giants and Cowboys battle in Dallas. Seems like they're always playing in week 1. And then on Monday night, a doubleheader. Adrian Peterson, his first game with the Saints. He's already back in Minnesota to play the Vikings. And then a 10:20 start on the East Coast. It's the first game for the L.A. Chargers traveling to Denver.
A nice AFC West matchup.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
Now, that's a rare sight indeed, but one that their fans hope that they'll see much more of in 2017. A takeaway.
Yeah, only 3 fumbles recovered last year, tied for fewest in the National Football League. Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger. And that's complete to Jesse James. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is that now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Again, and he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for. Now Bell, and the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so Maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. And Boswell's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. And Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
The Browns heading out on offense, Charles, and with them so many facts we can hit on, but unfortunately not many good. 9 consecutive losing seasons, 4-28 the last 2 years, 26 starting quarterbacks since coming back in '99. Only one of 2 non-expansion teams to never appear in a Super Bowl. You get the point, so give me some optimism.
Well, they're hoping it'll just be one starting quarterback in 2017, someone who will solidify that position for the team. And then think about what they did in the draft, though. 3 first-round draft picks, including Myles Garrett, the #1 overall pick in the draft, the defensive end out of Texas A&M. They're hoping it's a fresh start and a new direction for Cleveland.
On second down, here's Crowell. He'll be dropped at the 30. A shifty move got him a couple extra on the play. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. With it is Brown. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And now we're circling here around the 2-minute warning.
This is a setup play, trying to get one last one in before the clock warning.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Now Roethlisberger. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And a nice gain of 21 yards. First down now, but the clock continues to move. They go play action here on 1st down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Brian Body Calhoun. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. you really have no chance to win the football game.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
10 yards still left on second down.
Here we go.
Now it's Crowell. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll go as a loss of 5. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Browns on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. They'll run it again with Crowell. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. He gets it away, and I think they'll smartly play keep away here from Brown. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He's going deep for Brown. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now it's Roethlisberger. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football, and we just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. He's going deep for Brown. And now another one thrown incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Now it's Duke Johnson here on the return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Yeah, still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. James Harrison coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And Crowell lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The Browns on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Let's go.
They'll try to run for it with Crowell. And this time the yards won't come so easy, as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now. He's been terrific so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Now it's Roethlisberger. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They begin with a run by Crowell. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll run with Crowell. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Here's Kaiser. A screen complete to Crowell. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available, Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Ohio! 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 Here we go! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio! Ohio!
Now a 2nd down throw for Kaiser. And he fires one incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
A scoring update from the southern edge of Ohio down in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals hoping to pull off a bit of a shocker. They lead in that one. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Flushed out right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Snags it for the pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. 5 yards left for the offense. It's 2nd down. Again, it's Bell. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
It's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, thought he was a big-time player, great potential. But I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid, thick running back. But now I've got a full package, a guy who can do everything, as we just saw there, including breaking tackles.
But at the time, 2nd-round pick in 2013, some people probably wishing they'd taken him in the 1st. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Burns. 6 yards there on the pickup, and the Steelers are going to have a first down. And I don't know what the method is to know when to dial up a fake punt, when not to, whatever the method there, it worked for him.
I think you actually did explain it. There is no method. It's just a feel, a sense, and a healthy dose of guts in order to call that play in that situation.
Element of surprise, I guess, right?
Yeah, element of surprise and just a strong belief that, hey, we're going to get it done. Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The Steelers on third down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Howard Wilson, the rookie from Houston. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Crowell. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. This is Crowell. He'll get this to the 40. Sweet little juke in there. Got him some extra yardage. Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out. Everything looked good. Good snap. Good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Double tight, guys. Double tight.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Bryant has it. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. And it's 3rd and short. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. From From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. And James has it. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Roethlisberger to his big target, James. All 6-7 of him for a Steeler first down.
Easy.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. Goes underneath for Bell. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it a second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Easy.
On second down, it's Bell. And he's got some space here. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Way beyond Bell. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive linemen.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. On the run, it's Crowell. And some room to work. That good for 22 and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now a hand off to Crowell. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38! Check. Lucky. Flex round! Flex round! Quick whip! Where's the whip?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Third and long for Kaiser. Screen play, Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. And he goes out of bounds inside the 10 at the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Here we go. Man 38.
They'll give Crowell another crack. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. The offense on third down, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. They're looking at a third and goal here. Here's Crowell. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Roethlisberger will throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And it's second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Second and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Breanne Body Calhoun. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
This was boxing. You think maybe they would have thought about stopping this one because this defense has been bruised, it's been battered, but this is why they keep the fight going, right? They just got done with a really nice play, showing they still got a little bit left, don't they?
Haven't had many plays that they can clip, put in the film room, and smile about, but hey, there's one.
Clip and save.
Flex round! Flex round!
Here's a give to Crowell. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Come on, let's go!
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week one. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for Cleveland, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0.